I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing, man.
Chat. If there's nothing, dude, there's no way. Yeah, this is just gonna farm dislikes on Twitter, on YouTube. Let's get up. Oh, ow, my fucking foot. Okay, hold on. I just want to wash my hands. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but we'll see. Yeah, it'd be odd not to watch it, Loki.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing, man.
$2.25 million.
Get out.
Are we the only community that does fraud?
How come they said this building was closed? Do you guys know where advanced mobility is? Advanced mobility? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota, and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to childcare. And while politicians like Tim Waltz call people like me white supremacist and far-right delusional conspiracy theorists for exposing the fraud, meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learning Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you.
Is there any correlation between people being deployed, like eyes being deployed, and the video or whatever, and they're completely unrelated? What?
To what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating.
Chat, say what you will though. I do find it odd though that like a lot of these guys that have these spots are in photos with like some of the politicians. I understand that like it can be some of these guys maybe they're freeing up some funding or something like that, or they're generating funds. I get it. Maybe there'll be like one or two in there for sure, right? As like a representative. But a bunch of the guys, that's just odd. I have to say. I mean, is that what you want about
this
it?
widespread fraud scandal for years. So here in Minnesota, you have daycare fraud, you have adult daycare fraud,
just one,
you have healthcare fraud, and you even have more fraud. What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota?
Well, what I think might be sort of the heart of the beast here is this transportation fraud. And what I mean by that is in Minnesota, we have something called non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. My research has shown that there are about 1,020 such companies in Minnesota, and more than 90% of them are Somali owned.
And so right here on the table, what do we have? All this information right here.
So I have a number of companies that are local here in the Twin Cities, and this is just a fraction of the companies that are out there. What I found was that the average...
Well, I wish you would expand on that point because that was interesting. But if there's no follow-up, that statement means nothing. Guys, that statement itself means nothing. That would be the same thing as saying, oh, guys, in some state near the border or whatever the fuck, right? Where, let's say one state is predominantly this these people that speak this language. And there's a lot of centers that are being funded that translate or learn English or whatever, and a lot of them are owned by that. I mean, dude, like, come on, bro. Like,
the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles per company. A lot of these companies, their address is an apartment. Some are in a house. Some are in a convenience store. Some of them in a vacant building. There's no signage. There's nobody there.
And so why would there be...
Like I said last time, it would be really cool if every time he said something, you put a little thing on the screen that shows like that particular example. That example. Every time.
Be such a need for all these transportation companies here inside of Minnesota.
I mean, because otherwise we'd have no supporting anything.
If you think of this transportation as the hub of the wheel, so childcare is a spoke, adult daycare is a spoke, autism's a spoke, the interpreter services, which we can get into, that's another spoke. It all ties back to transportation. Why? Because those meals
People
had
have
to
to
be,
go
someone
in
had to
places.
deliver those meals, someone has to deliver the kid to autism, or say they did. So it all revolves around the transportation. And so when you're looking at this, you say, okay, well, let's just be conservative. Let's go on the low side. Let's say there are only 800 Somali-owned non-emergency medical
I
transportation
watched first
companies
video.
in
I,
Minnesota.
I went.
Well, again, the average is 20 vehicles per company. So that's 800 times 20. And the way these NEMT companies are paid is if they bring someone to a doctor's appointment, whatever the case might be, or Costco or wherever they're going, because remember, it's non-emergency medical transportation. Well, we went to Costco because they have to eat or they'll die. So that's considered, right? So it's almost impossible to figure out from the outside what exactly the payments are for each of these trips. But I have a pretty good idea. So when someone provides a transportation to a facility or a location, they're also paid for the time to sit there and wait for the appointment to end.
Of course.
And then drive the person back. So they're paid 3 different ways.
Well, that makes
And
sense. Yeah.
the average is going to be $50 per trip. So it's going to the appointment as a trip, coming back trip. So that's $100 per round trip. So if you have 800 companies in Minnesota that are NEMT companies, they all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day,
Yo.
and it's $50.
Yo, it could have stopped. You don't even have to do the numbers. I mean, can I be honest? Whatever trip needs to be done, if that trip is completed, that's what it needs to be done. I mean, it doesn't matter how many numbers you upscale this. I mean,
Per trip.
I just
So
don't
it's
understand what
800
he's doing here.
times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math. And the reality is, how many of these trips are being provided? 0. They don't have to provide any. Why? Because when they are paid by the state of Minnesota, these companies go online and they fill out a form, and it just says, okay, how many trips, how many miles. They submit that electronically to the state,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
boom, they get paid. Nobody bothers to check. They don't call the dentist. Did this kid show up? They don't call the
a forensic analyst at whoever the fuck, people that do forensic accounting would fucking shred through this. People that investigate this, if this is true, they will. It's gonna be fucking the freest fucking conviction of all time. How? Because it's easy. This guy says, "Oh, I would go from this place to this place, whatever." Right? With the same people, bro, they can follow all that shit. You think there's no cameras anywhere? There's been at both places, in and out. They see, oh, I had 10 students or something like that, right? Open the door, there's 1 or 0. GG's. GG.
They don't do anything.
Like,
as soon as that
this-
form is
this
filed with the state of
checkmates.
Minnesota,
What about-
that payment goes out immediately.
And so essentially, these transportation companies are what hold all of the fraud together, because you have the daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the adult daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the healthcare companies working with the transportation companies.
Gas receipts, mileage receipt. They need to report. My mom used to work for a company. She had this little notepad. Every time that she starts, she writes her fucking mileage, and then after when she gets to the spot, if it's unrelated to the job, then she writes that mileage as well, because that one was used on the car company, even though it wasn't for the. And then that's how it works.
So it's just another way to bill
Surely
and to
that's
also
all accounted for.
make it look like something's happening here inside of Minnesota.
This is the belly of the beast.
Oh, that's
All
nuts.
of this fraud revolves around these transportation companies. All of it. This touches every part of fraud here in Minnesota.
And today we're going to go confront these people. We confronted them last time. There was no kids in any of the child care centers. And today, what do you expect to see?
I think we're going to see some vehicles because, you know, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving, and mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever, and there's never, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco, they're going to Sam's Club, they're going to Walmart. The driver gets out, goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz, and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first, David. All right, let's go. So where's the first
Guys,
location we're going to?
I am receptive. So far, there's a lot of things that are being said, a lot of accusations. Now, it's up to them to substantiate that.
The first location is a company called Safari Transportation, Cedar Avenue South in Minneapolis.
And so what makes Safari Transportation Company an interesting transportation
Welcome
company?
to Chatting 101. Let's start with the
allegedly
basics. Give me a
Well, the thing
try-hard
about
seat.
Safari is that they've been registered since 2015 with the state of Minnesota as operating vehicles. And again, the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles. So if they've got 20 vehicles and they're at 607 Cedar Avenue, I have no idea where there's parking them because there is no parking anywhere near this office.
We've arrived to the transportation company. We're outside, and right there we have a Loving Arms adult daycare. All the windows are completely boarded out right there, and there's supposed to be a transportation company registered right here. It's 617, but it's a liquor store. Okay, so the location here is 607 and also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. Now, and
What does that door lead?
this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here, 607. This does not look like Safari Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation,
Suspicious.
607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see.
Suspicious. Leave a red flag. We need somebody in chat to tell us if there are some accountant, analysts, whatever the fuck, how that plays out. Is that common? Is that normal? Like, what if you have a spot, an office space or something like that, right? Could you put that? Can you register that under the operating headquarters of that company or some shit like that? Can you do that? Is that?
If we can, we have the manager. Let's see if we can find Fod. Hello. How are you?
You could do
We're
that.
looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation.
No, there's no Safari transportation here.
No Safari Transportation.
Safari Transportation,
Hey,
607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation,
know. That's the
That's the
607.
address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari
There's
Transportation is.
not, we don't know.
Did you
Okay,
know
so the
Fuad
business is
Omar?
not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar,
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
This is fraud taking place. This
What's over here?
is supposed to say, this is for
Go
Safari
find out.
Transportation.
Go find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right
what's
here.
over there?
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015.
2015?
Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015, well, oh yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today.
Sir.
Please.
No. What's
From
over,
today.
no, I mean, what's in the
I just
hallway?
printed this off today.
Is there another? Is there another
Go
office at
check
the
it
back?
out.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari
607?
Transportation?
What's over there?
It's no Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent
Did you-
business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir? Don't-
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go to the next
Okay.
address.
See?
All right, let's keep moving on. So 607. This is supposed to be Safari Transportation. No transportation company.
Okay, hold on. Yes, I think it's important to be thorough here. It's important to be thorough. Transportation company. Let's just say fuck it. They have an office at the back or some shit like that, right? Well, I don't think they did.
As someone with a
I don't
business
think
like
they,
this, buddy.
I don't think they would need an office, a business front or some shit at the front. The advertisers. I mean, these guys, they already have all their contracts and shit like that, right? That would make sense, no? I mean, they wouldn't need to have some buildings. They wouldn't need that shit.
Could this not just be a dormant account that hasn't been updated? Surely there should have been some updates since 2015.
Okay, hold on, this guy. Agreed. The other guy said what? States requires an address.
As someone with a business like this but in Wyoming and other states require address, a landline, and in normal states send an inspector to make sure you can fit the limit of vehicles meet spec. Hope this helps. They'll scam.
Can fit the limit of vehicle meet spec. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying not to blame or make a false statement and then get caught in some gotcha later on and I made a false statement because their operating headquarters is over there in an office and then they have their parking lot at some other zone spot that they own. It's like
company, and now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside.
Look at the top. What's up?
617 is supposed to be.
What's up?
Far transportation.
You'll also be upstairs. As I'm saying.
No transportation company, and
the restaurant.
Now we're going to 617.
What?
In another.
What? What?
Other transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar River.
What? I don't get it. What's that saying?
Riverside Liquor.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right here.
Transportation.
Filing date 2020. Renewal due to 2026.
For the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
But if these were terminated and they stopped operating or some shit like that, or some other shit, could it not be updated or something like that? Is that or not?
Liquor store. David.
They
aren't even trying to hide that these are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Hey, we're looking for Dreamline Transportation.
Maybe the solution.
Now we're in 617, Dreamline Transportation.
No.
Where is the transportation company?
No, we don't have this.
You ever heard of Safari Transportation?
Safari, I know Safari, that money wiring, 607.
The money wiring?
Yeah.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
We're looking for Safari Transportation.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did.
Well, that's bad. That's bad news.
The money wiring, they send money there. That's the 607.
So Safari gets the money.
So why the other guy at the other store said they don't know anything about Safari? If this guy knows that to be Safari.
And then they wire it out.
Yeah, the money.
That man
both
just said
does that.
Safari
They acted like they never heard of Safari before.
So therefore, they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation company.
So they said to go here.
Suite A, right here. And then you have 617A.
So if the other guy knows it's Safari, and this is found Safari, how come the guys don't talk about it and it's not Safari anywhere here?
Right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax. I do not see a transportation company anywhere.
Good morning. Hey, we're hoping to find Dreamline Transportation. You ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it. Ask next door.
He said to ask here. That you would know.
Ask next door. This is a mailbox. It's not a roll call.
Yeah,
So,
it looks like it.
Dreamline Transportation could be nothing more than a mailbox. 834.
Oh, that's
So it could be one of these mailboxes.
Oh, that's a
Well,
classic.
See you later.
Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic.
607
Though.
Safari Transportation.
Okay, that actually is a
Doesn't
classic.
exist. It's actually a money wiring business. 617 Dreamline. Inside of there, it's actually a liquor store, and then 617A
But
is
random bogus PO
a place
box.
where there's a bunch of mailboxes and it says reliable.
So that would be their mailing. That actually makes sense. But why
ITT
is that
services. How
put
you doing,
in
man?
as their
ask you,
Yes,
place
sir.
of operation or whatever?
why are you sensationalizing the propaganda?
What are we
to
sensationalizing?
To attack our community. What's your final objective?
We're not attacking your community by any means.
Are you making
We're
good
looking,
money from this?
We're looking for fraud.
No, I'm
For
not.
instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607?
second.
It's not there.
How
And why
much-
don't you answer?
How much money are
Why don't you
you
answer the
how much
question?
money
Where's
are you
617
making?
Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money
off
off of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing
That my job
and attacking
is.
the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you the
fraud is
reason why
fraud,
this is
sir.
happening. All right. Let me
David,
tell you the reason why
fraud
you're
is fraud,
this.
correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
This
Is fraud.
absolutely has to do with us being Muslim
No, it does not.
All right, and us being
my,
from Africa.
oh my god, bro. Oh god.
This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want us here, change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying that.
No.
We're not saying that.
When I go
Bro,
to
this is so brain dead. This is so brain dead that some of his points actually might have some value, and then he says the most random shit, and now nobody's listening anymore. That's the problem with some of these guys that act like this. Is that maybe they did have a point initially. Maybe they have an idea that actually one of these ideas makes sense. Maybe even two of them, right? They came in and they said this dumb shit, and now nobody's listening. Everybody moved on.
Talking about fraud, you're
when I
like, okay, you're
go
dumbass.
onto your
Moving on.
comments,
My comment.
what I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are listen. You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where
That's something
where
that can,
is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can,
company?
Chat, what the fuck is this concentration camp thing? This guy thinks is what fucking like
jeopardize
Answer the question.
safety and the protection of
This
the
is
Somali
fraud.
community.
We're talking
if
about fraud,
anything
sir.
happens to the Somali
We're talking about
community,
fraud.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching
You're getting very close.
I'm not physically touching. No, I'm not physically
What the fuck
touching.
is happening?
This is fraud. We're talking about fraud.
What you're doing.
You're
what
defending
doing,
fraud.
when
You're
I go
defending
into your
fraud.
comments,
You're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims
Okay,
want
people
us
can-
out of here
people can say
for
what they
being
want. I'm
Muslim.
not censoring
Are
anybody.
using your material. Islamophobes use your material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here.
I'm not kidding, and I hope I mean this. I don't mean to sound like I'm saying some weird shit. I saw the other video. I saw the takes on it, everything. I haven't seen the word Muslim in any tweet, any material regarding to this. This guy's just saying shit. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You
fraud.
know, what
We're
you
asking
do,
about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate
You
Muslims.
you
We're
know
talking
you
about
hate
fraud.
Muslims.
We're talking
Why
about
are you
fraud.
attacking us?
This
are we
is
the
fraud.
only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about
Are
fraud.
we the only community
Yeah,
that
man,
does
isn't that
fraud?
jacket?
Are we the only community that does
I don't know this guy's gonna be
This
rich.
is about
All
fraud.
right, but there's what, 300 Somali
This is
providers in
fraud.
all of Minnesota?
There's actually
I'm not-
800.
don't touch me.
Keep talking.
Is there like-
Don't go close.
So,
Do you speak English?
transportation
Right?
companies.
Don't go close.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell you
so
something.
see, this isn't a race issue,
Listen,
sir.
let me
This
tell you
is about
something.
fraud.
We have, what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000
the PO
providers.
box?
You
Sir.
want to sacrifice the safety of
Sir.
80,000 people
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers?
Okay.
Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
You're
Where's the transportation company?
What about if a mass
Listen.
shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because
I'm
of
looking at
Nick
your link.
and
Yeah.
Shirley.
I don't know what I'm supposed to see here. Is that the website? PO Box 6984. Is that what that is? Is that what that was? If that's a PO box spot, it makes sense. But why does the government or thing filing has that? Like, I don't know how that works. So you have to compare. It's why we need some experts on this. Like, look at this. Like, the addresses that are written on there, can that be PO box? Because if you need to have a phone line, you need to have a PO box and some headquarters, some shit like that, right? I mean, is the PO box different? Okay. I think it'd be important to get I would, you know what I'd like to see? Any of the places that is properly licensed and properly filed. Compare their sheet to a sheet that's fraudulent, and you can say, yeah, guys, here's what it should look like, and here's what it is. That's very important to do. I want you to present that to me.
Single Somali gets hurt.
If I can't piece it together, random guys don't want to do this, can't do it either.
Sensationalize this.
Wow, you're very nice.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the f out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
can you tell me where the transportation
Get the f out of
company
our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the f out of here.
Calm down, sir.
is? Calm down, sir.
Get the f out of here.
Sir, this is
You want
about
to
fraud.
sensationalize? You wanted clicks?
You're
You got clicks.
sensationalizing yourself,
You
sir.
wanted clicks?
You're
You
sensationalizing
got
yourself.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the
You
transportation
wanted
vehicle
YouTube
is.
clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the f out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation
f out of our
vehicle is.
community.
Tell me where the...
You
This
stupid,
is about
racist
fraud.
motherfucker.
This is...
Say I don't want
This
Muslims
is about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it.
Okay, well, I mean, but this guy's got the whole fucking, he's got the trifecta. He's got that. He's saying Islamophobe, racism, ethnophobia. This guy's he's stacking
I
all
want
cars.
to change the
This
Constitution.
guy's fed
No,
up.
I don't
And I
want to
want
change
to
the
change freedom of
Constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me.
Relax.
That is what you are
Sir,
arguing for.
we're not talking.
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So then pause. I mean, I'll
This
pause
is
it
about
times
fraud.
I don't give a shit.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously for this video we had to get security because look at this now. All right, we're going. We're going.
You have to go from here. I'm telling you.
But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud. There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is
guy
what
is a prime
happens when you put a
example why
spotlight on
immigration
fraud.
laws are
The
so
people who are benefiting
We
become
don't want the wrong
extremely
people to enter the
violent.
country.
And the Somalis are the most violent people I
Yeah, but you don't even know if this guy is maybe he was born there or whatever. I don't know, guy. These guys don't know.
have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question.
No.
Where was the transportation?
Yo, what is that in question mark? Huh? Look at it. This don't know says it. This is a of why immigration laws are important. We don't want to. But I mean, who is that guy? I mean that guy that was right there. We don't even know if this guy immigrated. If he was born there. You don't even know. You're just saying shit.
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating and
Like
give
what? You guys, what did I miss?
You put a
Fraud here. We're not fighting. This isn't about
Where?
race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is what happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it
Hey,
about
bro.
race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating and
that's-
giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's
Hey, bro.
numbers and other numbers online. It's fair to
Link
say
through
each business is
Adewale,
operating with an
CEO
average of
at
20
Safari
vehicles and with a
Travel,
much
same guy
lower
named in that website is named in this website under some tax violation.
Yo, yo, is that the real one tap or what? I'm gonna say click on. Can we take the leap of faith and click the link, please?
and generous rate of $25 per trip, and with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue, and with those two locations alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud.
All right, we're going to the next location.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited.
Oh yeah, we have it. Sorry for pausing again. Is that the link? Action. Interesting. So the final season. This is order. Sin penalty. Dude, I wish we knew more about this. Trial and of says season. This is order. So then sin penalty. Excess of $1,000.
The 617 Cedar Avenue South. That's for Dreamline Transportation. That's
This
the
is
address listed
confusing.
with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll
Unlawful
see they're
trade
covered with
practice.
snow. There will be no tire
Yeah, it
tracks.
makes sense if they don't operate there anymore.
And so,
Then
why are they using this address? And all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door, and those were all just mailboxes. And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously, the cover up, and you see how they all stick together, and it's all this intimidation. And thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah.
Oh, did it change or something or what? Like, guys, I hate to go through this and pause again. Yo, registered office, mailing address. You know what I mean? That's not what they showed. Did it change? Is it new? I mean, you would have to fucking backtrack this. No? Be a different file number. Wrong one. Well, the other one was what, 2020? This is confusing. Somebody has to look into it. I can't. We'll do that later.
So you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker
S,
on the window
S,
and the
A,
numbers
A,
on the rear.
FAR.
None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos. All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van as well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it's here and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks anywhere.
Okay, well, guys, I mean, okay. Bro, this can happen overnight, but yeah.
These vehicles.
Well, I mean, this can happen overnight. I mean,
and these transportation companies.
There's snow here. I know how it works.
Are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for it. Here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's
what date is this on this video? We have to look at the weather forecast, see when it snowed last, because there was a little bit of snow, and you'd have to calculate the amount of snow that there is, and if there because the wind could just push that in. That would be how you would do this. Like, I don't know when the video was filmed. Does he need to talk about that?
3 different companies in the same address.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how all these companies are intertwined, this is a perfect example of that.
And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers, and adult daycares, and healthcare services. They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening. Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they're...
Yeah, I mean, I guess I get the premise. It's important to kind of found to get to the conclusion in a way that it shows. I mean, could it be that, oh guys, there's less clients, people aren't, if we have 10 cars, okay, 10 cars, and we only have 5 people that need to be transported in this week, they're not going to use all 10 cars. That would actually be well, I'm just saying if they were just driving the cars around like he was saying earlier, oh, they're just going on the highway or whatever, well, that would actually be worse. I mean, like
moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But that paper trail allows them to continue to bill the state for the money, and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because quite literally everyone is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain Inc., LLC, and Co. Let's see if any...
The burden of proof
yes,
only
we're
is
wondering
one
where
way.
Silver Mountain.
Well, the burden of proof is very little for public opinion.
Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. What it is.
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
Guys, the burden of proof of the law is a certain amount, right? The burden of proof for the public, I mean, clearly, should at least have a certain amount. The only problem that I had with these videos, I told you last time, is that the one for the public opinion is not even met sometimes. I don't. You just walk me through the process, yo.
Where is Silver Mountain here?
Silver Mountain. You don't have a permission to do that.
Okay, so Silver Mountain does not exist.
You were
no, the name's not Silver Mountain. It's just Silver Mountain.
Don't ask me that. When you come.
All right,
so
sir. Well, so Silver Mountain does not exist.
Why is you bring balls, man?
Millions of people watching you.
Silver Mountain.
Business.
Yo,
okay, sir.
This guy's so fucking annoying, bro. What if you fucking debunked it? What if you say, oh yeah, you want to accuse us as this? Actually, I had the fucking files ready, dumbass. Bang, 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 bang. GG. I know
You have
this is
millions
not
of
the
people
correct
watching right now.
method, and
Where
this
is
is this
Silver
is
Mountain?
annoying,
I don't know where
but
the
you can just checkmate
Okay,
that
well, that's
motherfucker.
what we're looking for. All right, we're moving on. So Silver Mountain does not exist. David,
like
we're
his
just
job,
simply
but he
asking
can.
for where is Silver Mountain Home
Can't
Healthcare?
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies are supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services, a daycare right there.
Okay.
All these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company.
Dude, yeah, I mean, guys, I find it to be a little bit unfair. I have to be honest with you. This is unfair. Like, I don't think it's great reporting. Dude, you can't say, oh, guys, it's cool, guys, look at all these Somali places, all fraud, whatever. Dude, I mean, at least fucking camp the spot and fucking check if there's any business actually happening. He just says, oh, we found this, look at all these other guys, fraud, moving on. Dude, I think that's a little bit unfair. I mean, what if that center of old people is actually good and offers a reliable service, and it's a legitimate business that isn't doing fraud? I think it's actually important to just not say, oh, these guys do it too, fuck them, fraud, moving on. I mean, at least, come
All
on.
these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just a driver.
How come you think when it comes time to take accountability?
Dude, I mean, guys, I have to use the word. I'm watching the video. The premise earlier is that he says these guys are getting paid to transport people to a spot, wait there, then go to the other spot. Sees a guy that's waiting at a spot. He says, "Oh, dude, see, I told you, there's no passengers." Well, did you say it yourself that they have to wait at the appointment at the place? He said that himself. I'm not defending it. I'm trying to defend him at this point, and he checkmates himself. What am I supposed to do? I mean,
For what's happening, or just to answer simple
literally
questions
said it himself that
about
they have
the
to get the
fraud
spot.
they can't answer.
Well, I think their reaction tells you all you need to know. That the reaction is so violent that if there was no fraud going on, they would say, what are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation, but they can't because they know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense. So in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say, where are the transportation companies? Where are the daycare?
I
Where
only
are the
partially
children?
agree.
Where are the companies now?
Very partially.
Yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some of them don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on the Secretary of State's website as their business
Here with 20 years in
address.
This is a
finance and
massive
business growth consulting. Not going to defend anything, but these guys don't understand how businesses are set up and
That's
run.
why I was asking earlier.
Majority of businesses in Delaware are just a mailbox in an
Dude.
empty building. Can elaborate more.
That's what I was saying earlier. She was saying defend it. She was saying, I was like, yeah, I think we need to have somebody in finance, somebody in accounting, because, dude, even I have multiple companies. I mean, bro,
Parking lot here.
And
We're going to ask
I'm
them where
a
their vehicles are.
law-abiding
They should not have any excuse
taxpayer,
as to why they
permanent
don't
residence.
have
But it's-
their vehicles here, other than if they are out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business is new as of March of 2024. It's Muhammad Malim is the registered agent for 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building, however, the owner was not there.
We're here at the suite of Epimonia Transport LLC. There's actually not even a sign here. And anyone here,
I mean, they
looks like there's a
wouldn't
guy over
have to.
here.
I don't
Let's
think
see if we
they-
can talk to him really quick.
I mean-
do you know about Epimonia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple times. There's barely anything in there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month at IF, so.
And there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years and I'm always here.
Look at his face because this guy probably they want to get identified and harassed when he goes about his daily life, like in public and shit. I think that's perfectly fair. Like,
I'm a workaholic.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just
guy
nonstop
works there,
here, so
lives
I know
there, yeah.
everybody in the building, and this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here; they're friendly.
The wrong address.
He just pops in and out.
And for instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
Hold on. We have the debunker pulling up here. What does that say? Okay.
Hello, Mr. Juicer.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know I'm richer than you plus prettier plus ratio anyway. Can I have a welcome to the jungle chat?
2327. 2327. Sweet 520. Checks out. 114. Checks out. I think they have the wrong address. Is that the address they're at? Yeah, what's the issue? I don't get it.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public record.
That was their old address.
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the first thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene, and that guy just said, he confirmed.
Hold on. So what would that mean? Hold on. Yo, I'm trying to at least be fucking... If we're going to do this, I mean, we got to do it properly. So what is that? So what is the hypothesis here? What is the hypothesis here? Whoever like this, let me know. Scroll down in here. Yo, reading is not my I know what I'm looking for because there's a lot of shit on this fucking motherfucker. Physical address. Mailing address. Physical address. 713. Active. State website is outdated. That was my hypothesis. That's what I said earlier. As a hypothesis, the chat didn't want to. Power unit says 2. So what's power unit? I don't know what that means. Power unit. What's power unit? Is how many cars they have? They only have 2. Power unit identifies the number of trucks, tractors, hazardous material tank, trucks, school bus, van, motor carrier. So these only have 2. I mean, they're not gonna find 6 in. They only have 2. They're just a small company. I mean, I don't understand it. They're just a small company. They only have 2 cars. Well, I'm assuming that the 2 guys. There's 2 guys. They have 2 drivers, 2 cars. They're probably out there driving. I mean, I don't really get. It's a 2-man show. Like, just out there doing their job. I don't really get it.
There's never even been transportation vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found, and this parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles according to the guy who lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut out the transportation side of the fraud?
I think it would have a massive effect, and that the signal that would send would let people know the party's
show me the contract then that they have on the fucking
Because if we were to go to the
government
doctor, we either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried.
Go back. What do you say?
And that the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies.
I think
they said they were all.
You'd have to ask somebody who's in those systems that I'm sure are under a lot of government aid and they get referred to places. I'm sure some guys that are maybe immigrants of a certain spot, they probably referred to some places and some services that englobes the whole package. I mean, he doesn't know, but he says he doesn't know, but it doesn't also mean that it's guilty of whatever he's saying either. Like, come on, bro.
So now
you
we're
have to
at
be thorough about this. Like, you can't just
2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis.
guys, you can't just make it. You can't
And
just
there's
make
supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advance Mobility Incorporated. And what's interesting about this company is that state records
Get on,
show
Chad, get on,
that it
Chad.
first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
And they have been in business for over 26 years.
Yes, correct.
And
So
we're gonna go inside.
they must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility.
Well, okay, well, you can look at that. Yo, give me the other website. Yo, can Envez, can you do the thing you just did? He says it's a lot of vehicles. Show me the actual power unit of that motherfucker.
2833 boarded up. All these windows are covered right here. We're gonna see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got clothes in here. There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advanced Mobility is in here. We got spices.
Bang, is this the one? What is that? Guys,
If you
Advanced
call
Mobility.
yourself the debunker, why can't you debunk
Buddy, they have a singular car with two dozen. They have one car, and if they did their homework, you go to the spot. He said it. Advanced Mobility, Inc., Minnesota. One singular car. This makes the hypothesis, oh guys, they must have a lot of cars, blah, blah, blah. If they don't have a lot of cars, it's probably fraud. It says on the filing, 2 drivers, 1 car. I mean, dude, you have to do your homework. Like, you have to do your homework, please.
Is Advanced Mobility here?
Do you know 224?
I don't think you guys are allowed to record it.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so.
Operating status.
224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
26 years, 1 car. Dude, just stop. Just stop. Bro, you cannot keep moving the goalpost. If he makes a claim, I try to debunk it. You cannot just keep moving the goalpost some other place. What I just said is perfectly valid. He makes the thing, oh, there must be a lot of cars. You could just say, okay, well, the website would, if the website says something and it doesn't reflect, you call them out for that. But you can just call them out right now, on the spot. 1 car. 1 car. What the fuck is that?
Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Over 1 million getting paid? What is
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
What is this? What is that?
Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility.
Hey,
Where's Advanced Mobility at?
we don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility.
We don't care about advanced mobility.
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Get the f*** out of here, man. Get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
Get out.
Where's Advanced Mobility
We
at?
don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
No, go ahead.
to drink
Get
water,
out.
chat.
We don't care.
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley,
I
sir.
don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick
I know.
Shirley.
That's
What
who he's
inaccuracy?
working for today. Nick.
What inaccuracy did I miss? Yeah, there was I pointed out the inaccuracies that I saw, but you cannot just point it at one number. The inaccuracy of what?
He's also looking
Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look what you guys film.
What's happened? What's happened? Why did the number go up?
We don't care about that. Get out of here.
Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look what you guys
What did the
filming.
number go up?
You can do that. You can film here.
Pay from the
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in Suite 224, but it's a 1-story.
Guys, what happened with the number? 1.3 mil. But where did you get that? Where does it say that they get 1.3 mil? I mean, yeah, but you show me. Can I see it at least? If it's 1.3 mil fraud, I need to be able to see that. What the fuck? Where is it? I know the website. It's not there. I don't get it. Somebody link it. I'll click
Building, none of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999 and it doesn't exist.
All right, next location. David, where are we at?
We're at what's called Ray's, R-A-Y-Z Transportation LLC.
And this is...
Get on it, please. It's LLC. It's Ray's Transportation. Renewal dates. See, this is a pretty recent filing, 2024. So that should be all. It should be all in. Oh, yo, that Invest is fucking cooking today. Okay, Raise the Transportation. Minneapolis status is still active. Carrier. Boom. 1 driver, 1 car. 1 driver, 1 car. It's a one-man show. So I don't think we're gonna look at a warehouse here. It's just 1 guy. Guys, I think it's called Raise because I think Ray drives the car.
You can become a nurse to take care of your elderly parents instead of having a random nurse at home. These are rarely large businesses. 1 car would make sense for a lot of them.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying, Lobster Guy. It's what I'm telling you.
RAYZ Transportation LLC.
And this is Ray's Transportation. We're on a street. There's no parking lot for any transportation vehicles. We'll see what happens. This is the address for Ray's Transportation.
You're saying if it was fraud, why would it have more? Because the way you would do this is that you would have a lot of cars, a lot of, and you would just make fake numbers on where they're going to, and the costs for gas, operational costs for all the cars, and you would build a fucking state for this shit. That's how you would do this. You need to be able to contextualize the information you have is useless if you're not contextualizing it. The context is more important than the information itself.
See if anybody is here. Is Ray's Transportation here, sir?
I don't know. Transportation place. There's no transportation places here.
Oh, okay. Well,
all,
it's just Ray's.
Healthcare places.
RAYZ.
Well, I think it's confirmed they're not here, David. So it's confirmed that Ray Transportation, all of these transportation, it's confirmed they're not here, David.
Wait, huh?
Healthcare places.
RAYZ.
Well, I think it's confirmed they're not here, David. So it's confirmed that Ray Transportation, all of these transportation companies, they're kind of like ghost companies. They exist.
What happened with the number? The number went up. The number went up, man.
Is not number of power units, moron. If you paid attention earlier in the video, you would have heard them discuss the amount the government pays them for each ride. The fraud comes from people claiming rides when they're doing errands.
Okay, yeah. Okay, wait. I want to. Okay, that would make sense, right? Right? But fraud counter. You talk about a mill. Do you have any idea how many rides we'd have to do in a year?
Top left bus to 11.
Okay. Let's entertain this. How much money was that? Let's do the math. You know what? Let's do the mathematics flat out. Let's assume all of it is fraud. 1.3 mil. You want me to do you want to entertain it? Real shit, we're gonna have to debunk it. 1.3 mil. Okay. 1.3 mil is the number we have first to start, right? Basically, Minnesota reimbursement rates, right? 0.2 per mile. Let's entertain how much they would even have to do to make the 1.3 mil. With 1 car, my theory is that you can't even do this shit. I don't even think you can make 1.3 mil with this shit. So how can you 1.3 mil fraud if it's not even physically possible, unless that's how they're filing it to be. But you'd have to show that though. Okay, we did the transport. What do these guys do though? What does Ray do? Let's look at it. What does Ray's, which is just Ray, do? They transport what? Passengers. Passengers only in that state. Boom. Boom. Okay. Okay. So that would apply to, what would that be? Unassisted transport, $1.4 per mile, right? 1.4 per mile? True or false? So $12 base. So the ride itself is $12 and then 1.4 per mile. How many rides would you have to do to get to 1.3 mil? It'd be a fucking insane amount. It'd be, I mean, I could ask Rock, but I'm too fucking busy. So people do it for me. I'll do it. How long is the average trip in miles? I mean, I don't even know. I'm just saying, if you ran this all day, 20 hours a day, you wouldn't even do that. You can't do it. Yeah, you would not be able to do that. That doesn't make sense.
It's on paper, but they don't actually exist in person.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change. Make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff, but I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Hey, what's up? What you got going on, man? Hey. You keep that false narrative that you be going on. It's a nonsense.
You should get in your car because
you should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that. It's not fair. It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair.
That's not right.
You cannot come into the community
that can't be
doing
right.
that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got an attorney general. Let them do the job.
That's not right.
You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is information.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
you're coming
of Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're blocking the intersection,
See what
buddy.
I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
You can't. It's Southside. It's hot turf. Get it.
It's gonna be hard for me to be supporting some guy.
In the beginning of the video, he claimed that each trip is actually billed separately. The ride there is 1, the waiting is 2, and the ride back is 3. Per his claim, it would be the base plus mileage for each segment of the trip.
Yeah, but would they really bill to stand? How would you even put that? How would you even file that with the government? That you made a trip from no mileage and you're not even moving. The base of that doesn't make sense. It would be 2. In the way, it's 3.
We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
You can't. It's Southside. It's hot turf. Get it.
Sir, so we were just having a civil conversation. That guy hot
They
dog.
don't check, and I understand this, but that doesn't mean that it's fraud until it is fraud. That's how a lot of these are self-reported. A lot of these things are self-reported. A lot of systems in life out there are good faith based. Genuinely, that's how it works. I don't know what the fuck that you want from me. I mean, I don't. What are you guys like? What do you think taxes are? You're not doing tax fraud until you are. So you can be reporting some shit and not get caught, right? Until it's fraud. I mean, it's not. So it's hard for me to say, oh, it's fraud, automatic. I don't even know what they're filing it. We don't even know what they're filing it. We don't even know.
His car in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road about the fraud that's happening. And he's saying that I'm the bad guy for showing light of what's happening here.
They're passionate. They're passionate people. They don't want this type of stuff either going on or be brought to light. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come. It's a very tight knit community.
You saw it firsthand how crazy it gets out here.
Guys, if you do a DMCA infraction, okay, let's say it's $250,000 per DMCA infraction. Let's say me, if I watch a video, DMCA, $250,000 because I ripped somebody's content. Okay, boom, right? Hold on. Technically, the content is up on Twitch, right? So even though I'm a contractor, But, so
Hang on,
Twitch would
do
get
you not understand?
Twitch would get the bill for my infraction, correct? Yeah. But it's not how it works. They work with a good faith system where they enforce. They go, yo, listen, we comply with shit. We remove the content. Sometimes there's some things slip by. If somebody does some shit, we give them a 3 or 4 strike system, and they operate on good faith. If Twitch said, you know what, we don't do this shit. We don't take anything down, right? If they can prove that they don't operate on good faith and they don't actually ban people for the DMCA shit, then they go at Twitch. They sue them. They completely fuck them over. Twitch goes bankrupt. Twitch explodes. But they don't, because they enforce that, because they do the good faith thing, right? But until they check, they assume they're reporting this properly and they're doing it properly, which they are. So I'm not being shown that they're not doing that. So how can what do I have to go on?
He hopped out in the middle of the intersection. So this isn't about race. You're a black guy. They're black, right? We don't have no ill feelings towards you by any means. We're talking about the fraud that's happening. So God bless you, sir, and thank you very much. Why are we doing this?
So we're doing this, A, because it's the right thing to do. The people of Minnesota and the people of America want this done. Fraud is fraud. And when we try and talk with these people and say, look, the main reason we're doing this is to find out why are all these checks being written by the state of Minnesota for companies that don't even exist. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's not a race issue. It's a fraud issue, and fraud is fraud.
And so what most people don't understand about this fraud is it is literally in the entire state of Minnesota. It's not just in one part of Minneapolis.
Right, and so I think what happens is the people in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, they get lulled into a false sense of security because they say, oh, that's in Minneapolis, it doesn't affect us, or that's in St. Paul. And we're showing that this fraud spreads throughout the entire state of Minnesota, including all of the suburbs, and we're going to bring to light exactly what's going on in those respective suburbs.
And so what's happening in this suburb of St. Louis Park?
Well, this is one of the Somali NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation companies, that's registered with the state of Minnesota in St. Louis Park. And so let's see if this one actually exists.
This is the location of Crescent Transportation. We have no vans outside right now. Does not look like any vans are outside. Let's go inside, see if Crescent Transportation exists. Here we are, and it's an apartment complex. There's no signage of any Crescent Transportation Company. Once again, another fraudulent business where they don't even have a storefront.
That's residential.
To show where they're at. This is an apartment complex. So this is an apartment complex right here?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Crescent Transportation out here?
Nope.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota?
Huh? I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it.
What's your message to all the fraudsters?
Huh? Prosecute their ass. Take them to jail.
And how do you feel knowing that, for instance, right here, a transportation company that receives money from the government is not even here? It's a apartment complex.
I just said, I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should Tim Walz go to jail?
Oh, he cricket too, huh? All them cricket, all the politicians. My daddy ain't never liked none of them.
So that man right there just confirmed that this is an apartment complex.
Right, and so the cities have...
and Vez, man. Yo, where's my mother? Your mother. Can you help me, please? Yo, this guy's a thing. It was right there, the company. Can you Google it, please? We're at what, 35, 29? He's got it. You got it. You took a bit more time this time, but this guy has 1 car, 2 drivers. No accidents, no fatalities. That's John Crescent. He's active, 1 car. The premise is that they expect to look at a parking lot like full of cars. He thinks he's gonna walk to a garage that has full of cars when they self-report that they have 1 car. I mean, dude.
No van. This is an apartment complex.
Right, and so the cities have specific...
They're not even there. They might be driving the one car. Dude, it's in the middle of the day. They might be driving the one car they have.
Rules governing operating businesses out of
The number one for 1 mil. Where's 1 mil? Well, you're not debunking. If you give me information that I asked for, it's not debunking. Power units 1 on the dot side does not reflect how many NMD businesses actually operate day to day. It's original artifacts, not your capacity. This is one car. Single dot. Many registered owners primary vehicle. Does not appear. It would now that would be subcontractors though. That'd be that. You're saying this could be that, and this. Okay, well, doesn't it mean that it's that, right? Correct. Oh, and that's you guys anything good? That's good. If there's something bad about this, dude, that's something good. We might be doing God's work, low key. Fine, yo. Anyways, if it's something suspicious, it's even better. Like it. Look at manager address. That's a crescent thing. Manager is what about it? Google, okay. Check. I'm scared of looking at my own address with this shit. What about it? I see it, but what's up with the street view? Why don't it's an autism center? Original filing business. Is it autism? Hold on now. So what you're saying is that, what's the hypothesis here? Is that they're lumped into one? The transportation is, their shift of operation is at the autism one? Could be bad news, low-key. Hope. Autism Center. Very interesting. Now we need an accountant, business lord to tell us how that works. If they put the address there, is it possible that these guys have an office in there and the company goes there too? We would need to know. Could you do that? If we have two businesses that do both, could you have your shit registered there and have your thing? Bonk. Possibly? I'm not doxing your school, man. Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I get it. Yeah, because you have autism. Got it. Google Street View last day is 2023.
Apartments, they do not allow transportation companies to park vehicles in an apartment parking lot. None of the cities in the Twin Cities allow that.
Because even if you were to be running a transportation company out of your apartment, there's nowhere to park the cars.
Well, where are they? There aren't any. Crescent, I don't see anything with Crescent on it anywhere.
More fraud taking place here.
So this is called Hopkins Child Care Center. This facility is licensed
they would only
to
have
hold
one, but
118 children. So this should be a really big facility. And this year alone, they have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota.
Go back.
18.
What is this? Okay, now I need to know what is the CCAP. FY25 CCAP funding meeting. It seems like that would be up to. Minnesota, right? Is that what it is? Okay. It says the state federal funding, child care is in program. State purpose program. It makes sense. Makes sense. So it's not a cap. It's just it's care. Wait. Federal care assistance program. Okay. Is that the total amount that they can get if they go? If this was working as a ultra massive business, max out. That's how they got it, or is that the funding that they get? They already got it. Yeah, but how do you know that though? But you can say, yeah, like you research this the entire year, your entire life. How? You know that? I mean, I'll ask Grok Lloyd. Okay. How do I word this? How do I word this? I say. It says FY25. So is that for year? Somebody make the prompt. I'm too fucking. I'm too brainy for this shit. Fiscal year. Okay. I'm looking at a. Yo, what the fuck is this shit? I don't even this prediction. Gov document, and it says FY cap. Yo. CCAP funding. CCAP funding of $2.25 million and a company attached to it. What does it mean? Does it mean they received or will receive this total amount? Wait, what did I say? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'll edit it after. Oh, I didn't tap the fucking this state. Does it matter that much? Does it matter that much? I'll do it after. I'll compound it after. Wait, did it just say excuse me? Yo? I'm confused. What? Why did they say that? Chad, why did they say that? That's scary. Is this my account? Yeah, but why would it talk about me though? It takes into it's your account. It takes into account your profile. No. The company has been awarded or allocated. It's typically to get the total amount approved for the company to receive, often distributed in phases or subject to conditions. It means they will receive the amount depending on whether the amount refers committed already paid funds. That's what I was thinking. So basically, they have costs, they have whatever, right? And then they have their operations. And then this is how much they're allocated. Then they would say, yo, this is how much it costs. They would get that amount. If it doesn't go to the total amount, they don't get that. What? I don't get it. What? Why should they get mad at me already? If I was over, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's to be allocated. Yeah, okay, so it's bring out in the chat. Gotcha.
Children, so this should be a really big facility. And this year alone, they have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota, and last year they received $1.92 million from the state of Minnesota, and this facility in the past 5 years has been in the top 10 for the most money received from the state of Minnesota.
So there should be plenty of children. There should be footprints of children walking in and out.
This should be a very busy place, yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place...
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm assuming if this place was... They're saying, we're going to get this place, total space with staff, whatever to say, we could do 118 if it was maximum capacity, right? That's what maybe I'm wrong. That's how I interpret this data, right? If we do this 118, boom, right? If that was maxed out the whole year, we would get 225 mil. If everything was maxed the fuck out, right? And if it's not, they get the incremental amount based on, how not? Then what then? Okay, chances you're wrong, right? They received 225. What if they had maxed out children, right? And the costs were higher? What did they do then? Well, if the costs were higher, I mean, this is amount that they wouldn't be able to breach. This is this makes sense that it would be an amount that you can't go past. Like, there's no way you think this is giving a 2 milli check off the rip. I don't believe that. There's no way that's stupid. This wouldn't be that. What? Oh, there's absolutely no shot. Oh, I mean, back to Grok we go, I guess. Okay. If a child care center is licensed in Minnesota and licensed for 118 children. What? It's fine. It's fine. Then. And the filing says FY25 CCAP funding of $225 million. Right? Does this mean they were paid out a check of $225 million for the fiscal year 2025? I think that's a good question. I asked it probably. Who cares? I mean, I care. I mean, you can't just be saying shit like that are outrageous. I mean, if it's bad, if it's true, false. It is what it is. I mean, it's why I'm doing this. It has to be accurate to some form. No, 2025 funding does not mean the child care didn't receive a single check of that amount. Providers are reimbursed periodically, within 21 days of submitting bills for actual care eligible children via check or direct deposit. This figure represents the total aggregated payments over the fiscal year based on bill services, not a lump sum payout.
All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store. And it's locked. Midday right now. This is the backside of the daycare. Ring.
They have a history of issues? Good. That's good. Then if there's fraud, then fucking call it out for it.
Hang on, do you not understand how they are actually committing fraud? They fudge the number on the government's subsidies. Some are done smart according to you and others very poorly. You even did the math on it and it doesn't make sense. They are so scared.
Yeah. Oh, no. Hold on.
Nathan Johnson.
I literally said, if that's the case, bro.
Go back to doing MC.
They will
runs,
be
Lil
prosecuted. And people at the
This
FBI or
guy
whatever
looks like
should fuck them over if they did if that's what they're doing, right? But yeah, you would have to prove
From
that
a
though.
company with 10 drivers or 10 companies with 1 driver each. The more companies, the harder it is to track down.
Yeah, yo, that makes sense, but like, license investigation is a violation. Let's open those up. They now supervise the children at all times. Apparently not comply with CPR training requirements. Okay, you're gonna say defend it, and this is gonna sound really, really bad. With some of the filings we've seen in the last time, this shit, it'll be stacked at the wazoo. These aren't egregious. It's not a defended moment. It's more of a, this is like, you have to compare this to other places. Is this an amount of violations that is egregious compared to others that aren't even Somalian? Last time there was one that had 78 or some shit like that. 78 violations. 78 doesn't seem alarming in the violation department. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. At this point, with the information I have, that it doesn't seem like it is. Next, does it matter? I mean, I think this is unrelated anyway. But yeah, still, I think it's fine to be thorough about it. Now, what did they say how much money they actually got though?
In the doorbell right now.
I give you anything about it.
Hello, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Get out. This is our business.
What
are you looking for?
We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go this side. This private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait, can we ask you about the day?
Where are they? I forgot. I was reading the chat because I was doing dumbass in chat.
Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Get out. This is our business.
What
are you looking for?
We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go this side. This private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait, can we ask you about the daycare? It's alright. Can we ask you about the daycare?
No. I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking you.
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is our business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
You say
get out of here, man. Get out, guys. Get out.
You cannot do that.
Get out. No, you cannot.
Chat, this is good for YouTube views, but I mean, would it be really hard to have him at the back and the guy at the front, right, with a little clicker, and to report on how much operation is going on over here over 1 day, 2 days? Oh my god. I mean, I don't think that would be bad reporting. That'd be fine reporting. It'd be very what would you say, relevant to the task at hand.
Cannot do that.
Where?
Get out.
This is.
Get out. No. Get out.
It is exactly what Skylar at the car wash does in Breaking Bad. Exactly, because she says, what is a normal amount of customers, and what would be something that the government won't be able to tell when they file their taxes, that they could put the money into the cash register and launder it. What would be a margin that's acceptable? That's the premise of the show.
No,
sir.
You have to get out. This is our property. Get out.
Why? Can I ask you about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
No, get out.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
Get out.
Can you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question.
Let me just film a daycare all day. No, I literally said it. Without even filming it. Just have a clicker. You could have a camera on himself. Not even show anything. Fucking. How much operation are they getting? Right?
You can't.
Get out.
You can't answer the question.
Get out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
Could you answer the question?
No, I don't.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
No. $1 million. Don't worry about it. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
And it's licensed for.
Capacity is not max. Of course it's not max. That would be outrageous. I mean, dude, capacity at max. Of course it's not gonna be max.
118 children, but I don't see any footprints of any children here.
But
I don't see any footprints of any children here.
Get out, guys. Get out. No, you're asking nothing, man.
I'm just asking you about what we're seeing here.
No. Get out. Get out our business. Get out.
Sir.
This is my property.
You have millions of people watching right now. Can you say what's the need for $2.25 million? And where are the 118 children?
Get out!
Sir, I'm just asking you a simple question.
Get out! No, you don't ask me other question. Get out!
You have the opportunity
Get out!
to answer
No,
the
no,
question.
no, 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 no. You can't ask me nothing. Get out! Get out! I was missing, man. Get out! Get out, man.
Chat, this is almost irresponsible of me to ask, okay? But you know all the cameras that are like fucking, they're not even hacked, but you know that there's like a directory with all the cameras out there, like Flock or some shit like that people have that are public or whatever. Well, I'm just saying, you can technically this is debunkable.
Get out!
Get out! People don't do the research or whatever, you couldn't do it.
No, get out! Leave.
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Hey, don't touch me.
If you wanted to actually do it,
All right, code word has been given. We're out.
Get out!
All right, we gotta get out of here.
Get out!
Sir, just answer the question. Where are the children? No footprints of any children around here. No footprints of any children. They can't even answer the question. We gave them so many opportunities. We gave them plenty of opportunities. Just answer some simple questions. Millions of people are watching right now.
They came out with guns blazing. All we want to know is where are the children? 118 children, no footprints in the snow. All of their vehicles were sitting there with 2 feet of snow on them. They haven't moved in months.
The windows are all blacked out.
Yeah.
footprints in the snow.
It's the same thing at all these daycares. 4 men came out, yet they couldn't answer the simple question. We had it right here. 118 children. $2.25 million is here.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Yo, I hate that at this point. I'm gonna have to assume that he knows that the funding allocated isn't a check that they're fucking straight sent. Like, and he's just saying it because it's still within the narrative. There's no way.
Now this daycare center, how much money has this one received?
So this
there is no way to get a different amount.
This child care center is called Proud Child Care Center, and it's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, which is a very high income area. They're
reimbursed periodically based on the bills they sent. Oh man, I fucking can't.
It's a further out suburb from Minneapolis, but there are a lot of multi-billion-dollar homes right in this neighborhood, and this childcare got $1.25 million in funding in fiscal year 2025. It got $1.08 million last year. It opened in 2021. Let's go see if we can find any kids.
There should be at least 40 children here. Looking at the snow prints, does not look like there's any snow prints of any young children. And all of these windows are completely blacked out. Let's see if we could just talk to somebody. Could I enroll?
What?
What's the odds no childcares have
Oh,
children?
my son Joe are completely
And no
blacked out.
transportation companies have a business front or vehicles. Max win.
The amount of cars or the price by ride is not important. The point is the state of Minnesota doesn't audit them. They can say they did 100
That's fucking horrible then.
If nobody check, they get the money.
I mean, then defund Minnesota. Then I don't know what to tell you.
Businesses often do stack like that when they are related. These are just mailing addresses. They don't really matter. Medical transport for elderly or autistic people makes sense. Again, not defending. This just isn't proof of anything.
Yeah. For I get 1.3 million for one vehicle. I'm in the math. Yeah, but I think that's the total amount that they can get depending on what they do and then what they build them for.
Prints of any young children. And all of these windows are completely blacked out. Let's see if we could just talk to somebody. Could I enroll my son Joey into daycare here? Well, do you have the paperwork where I can enroll a child? Who are you? Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I was wondering if I could enroll a child. I have a son named...
Here's that number, what the bills added up to, or the amount that they can bill them for total. Ask Grok or some shit.
Joey.
Please.
My name's Nick Shirley. So, where you come from? Yeah, I'm just coming out and seeing if I could enroll my child, Joey. We just want to get a statement as to why this daycare needs $1.26 million, and if it's even possible to enroll somebody like my child, my imaginary child, Joey. No, you guys can't give a clear statement, or can you even give me a paper to enroll a child into the daycare? Just to show that you guys are a legit business.
Okay, makes sense.
It would debunk all claims if you could just...
If that, on that issue with the child care, if that's something that they did receive, Can I be honest with you? If just flat out overall, the center looks like shit. Just flat out, with that much funding, actually make your business look good. That's fucking straight up fucking dog shit on G. It looks like it's some ran down piece of shit. It's a paper sign, right? But I still not going to assume that the entirety of the bills are fraudulent. I mean, the only thing you would have to do at least is sit and investigate, and not you, the people that are investigating, which is the people that are that their job is to do that, is to sit at least in the parking lot or some shit like that and check the operation.
Give me a piece of paper saying where to enroll a child. You can't do that. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I hope this place actually is holding 47 children, because you guys are receiving $1.26 million in this year alone. So have a great rest of your day. They won't even give us a paper to enroll a child. Could have debunked all their claims. They can't even do it.
Why did not letting them in? Can I be honest with you? We don't know letting them in. Can I be honest with you? A dude with a camera that's gonna film a child and maybe post it on the internet. If I was somebody with a child at that daycare, I don't think I would want that. I would absolutely take my child out of that spot if they let random YouTubers come in and film and post the people there. Like, what the fuck? That makes sense. That
talks about the fraud is about Quality Learning Center. It's a daycare that has received $1.9 million. It's licensed for over 99 children. And instead of quality learning, it says quality learning outside.
I said that,
but the big
I said it last time that any subsequent reporting would be tainted by the fact that the first video, since it got so big, everybody would be on the defensive, and now it would be either dog shit, a fake front. It would be everything afterwards would be shit, and it is
controversy
shit,
about the Quality Learning Center is that Somalians, after the video went live, they all of a sudden started shuffling children into the daycare, but at the same time, the Commissioner of Children of Minnesota was on a live stream saying they had closed the daycare a week ago.
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
Well, like I said last time, it would also make sense, devil's advocate. You would close the place down if you get a bunch of people that are coming with cameras the entire day. The whole thing is crowded as fuck, full of fake YouTubers, TikTokers like last time, and it's a security hazard. If there's a fucking hazard and they can't fix it, it would make sense. A week before the video?
This is the one that's licensed for 99 children. This fiscal year, they've received 1.9 million, and in fiscal year 2024, they had received about 2.2 million, so about 4 million in the last 2 fiscal years.
We're up in the Quality Learning Center, 1-800-FRAUD, as now it had been confirmed that this place was closed down, and now they're shuffling children into the daycare.
Why?
So Tiki Brown said this facility was closed.
Oh, she said a week ago.
And now, magically, it's full of cars. So how can it be closed if people are coming and going?
Fraud. Why do you have everybody here?
Okay, this is the owner right here.
They can record it. We just need to off the property. Okay,
so you guys can record. And so how come they said this building was closed? We're trying to speak to the owner. They won't even answer a simple question. Look, now he's going inside.
Sir, don't run though. It looks suspicious when you run, brother. And you can smile, but bro.
Sir, I'm right here.
He's right here to speak to you.
I'm right here.
Don't do that. Oh,
you can't defend the fraud.
Oh, come on. At the daycare doing, not at the daycare doing the middle finger though.
We have like 100 cameras on it. Now, both of these people have interesting ties with politicians inside of Minnesota. For instance, the man who's running the daycare, he was celebrating with Mayor Fry after he won re-election.
I think that's the oddest shit ever though. I said it before we watched the video. I think this is god awful. I think it's weird. I think it's problematic, and it's just the one. I think the one that was the biggest. It's like that, and it's crazy. It's definitely odd.
Of mayor inside of Minneapolis.
I can see how it could. It's not odd, and it's not a problem, and I can see that as well, right? But I mean, the one dot that was being blown up is the one that connects. That's no good. Come on, bro.
And then this lady right here seems to be...
And we saw 3 already. There's 3 of these the cases. That's not good.
of Ilhan Omar, as she has photos with her outside of the
What
restaurant, and she also has
wrong?
videos of her giving a tour to a separate daycare to Mayor Fry. It really makes you wonder why these politicians haven't fought against the fraud, knowing that it's happening in locations like Quality Learning Center. Meanwhile, they're taking photos and celebrating with them at events. What's your message, people, on the fraud here in Minnesota?
This is part of the cover-up. They're trying to cover their tracks. So,
not the same guy. Actually, no, you would post a guy. It's not the same guy.
let me say this on camera. If you can prove that any of the information that I have here is false, I'll give you $100,000 cash.
Okay. He doesn't have that.
If any of it's false or inaccurate in any way, anybody want to take me up? And if you can't prove it, you have to give me $100.
So you saying all that's real?
100%. I'll give you $100,000 if you can disprove my information.
Okay, see, they all went silent. Silent.
Huh? Anybody? Your $100 versus my $100,000 cash.
What's the document?
They're all silent. What do you think about the fraud here?
Hey, the fraud here in Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie, is crazy. Like, what do you mean specifically? What do you mean?
Yeah, how do you feel about this daycare, for instance, receiving $1.9 million? And they couldn't even spell learning right. They spelled leering.
Hey, man, Somalis, they're an interesting creature. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say too much. I'm already too hot. But, I mean, Tim Walz, you gotta solve this stuff. Minnesota really cracked down on this because they've been doing this for years. So.
Should Tim Walz be prosecuted?
Hell yeah.
And at this point, you're probably wondering where all the millions and billions of dollars has gone. Well, it's been well tracked that a lot of the money, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, has been funneled through TSA at the airport inside of Minnesota. It's been well tracked and documented. Even in 2017, there was reports coming from the local Fox News station, and I was actually able to meet up with a whistleblower who used to work as an agent at TSA on the side of narcotics, and he saw millions of dollars go through TSA. And what kind of fraud did you see take place here in Minnesota?
So I worked.
So they get the names of the money that was and try to tie them to where. I mean, guys, these infractions. I mean, brother, they will investigate the fuck out of this. You know, if anybody investigate shit, it's fucking money like that. They will definitely get into it. If the names are some names of those guys, this is fucking cooked. They're cooked.
For the airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And my recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would get emails from our dispatch saying like 2 male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this, then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like $750,000.
Wait.
But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase.
Where are those investigations going?
And there usually was.
That's a great guess.
As far as I can remember, there was always 2 individuals traveling. So you would have maybe one guy with $2.2 million and another guy with $3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Because as far as I know, as long.
Yo, you cannot. You get $6 million in a suitcase. Yo, you cannot fit that. I'm telling you now. Even if it was all $100, you cannot fit $6 million in one suitcase. You cannot.
As long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HS.
Yo, brother. I bought 1 meal to a casino in most $100 bills. It was a suitcase and a half. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, you're bugging.
and customs,
brother,
and I'm sure they got the information. We got the
10K is
information.
this stack.
My administration knew about it, and I
6
trust that
mil
they
is-
sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was.
Bro, 132 pounds? Yeah. No, but we're talking about the space, not the weight, the space.
Related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that. We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports?
I saw one time.
Are you even allowed to get that? But yeah, Chad, don't you have to show a bunch of shit? If you have that much money at the airport, you're fucking cooked. That you're boiled like a crab. Well, yeah, bro, I think it's like 10K max, right? Then I listen, but I listen, that's the point. But then they would do what?
An open suitcase with the cash, because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years. You're talking,
and show a reason why they have that and all that.
I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, 2 people flying out with $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 or $5 million twice a week, every week.
What?
Without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got.
That's
that they would
insane.
fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai.
If this is true, and I don't give a fuck if it's true or not. Like I said, I have no dog against FIDA, and the government didn't poke their nose into this all in. I mean, it's crazy, buddy. If you're missing $100 on your fucking tax, they're at your house in 10 minutes. Okay, and these guys have what, millions of dollars multiple times a week, and nobody pokes their nose into this. That's no shot.
And then apparently, what I had heard was it was too busy too dangerous to go any further with it, so they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top and did that, I don't know.
Wow, so they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai, and then from Dubai they then wire the money.
Correct. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. It appears that's how it all went down, yes.
I mean, that's egregious. If that, bro, that is insane. Yeah, but, dude, how are they even getting the? Yo, you can't do this shit. I mean, that would mean that would mean that everybody's in on it. I mean, think of the size of the corruption, though. That means that the TSA, the police, the FBI, they're seeing. Because you could never do this. Yo. I'm telling you, this is as a civilian, even if you had 50K, it'd be like, you get cooked. You get cooked more often than not. Let's say you say, okay, I'm going to take 10 trips just to test this theory. I'm going to bring 50K, 100K in my backpack, right? 10 trips without the US, going overseas, right? You'd get arrested most of the time, or at least stopped and questioned about it. I mean, hundreds of millions. Yo, that's scary. I mean, they should take them all down. I mean, are you kidding me? That would be like them. I mean, that literally would be taxpayer say, yo, I give money to government shipping it to the country. That's busted as shit. What? Well, if they saw all those signs and didn't investigate earlier, I mean, that's also bad. It's also bad that they didn't investigate it already. It's also, if it shows that officials weren't already all into this fucking months ago, I mean, then the probably deserve better, but...
Millions of dollars actually flying out of Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. A former TSA agent speaks out about what she saw and what she calls an obvious connection to billions of dollars of fraud. Next.
Was that before the other video or not?
Liz Jackska joins me. She is
Exactly that. I saw suitcases filled with millions of dollars of cash, and the couriers were always Somali men traveling in pairs. And
okay, and then what? They did not catch them? I mean, oh, hold on. What the fuck?
And they got through the checkpoint.
What?
And it just really absolutely blew my mind the first time you open a suitcase and you see millions of dollars of cash. And typically what would happen is a Leo or a law enforcement officer would come, check their credentials. I don't know what kind of questions they asked them, but their IDs were always documented, and probably their plane tickets as well. So there is a trail of that out there. And I would believe with all the cameras at the airport that if they started there, they could probably find each and every individual that brought money through the checkpoint.
Obviously, this seems suspicious, if not alarming, given what seems to be a pattern here. So you're talking about millions of dollars flying out of Minneapolis, and you think it happened about every week or so? Is that right?
So it certainly seemed like it happened every week. The suitcases came in.
I mean, she's not the only employee there. That means that a lot of employees saw some shit. Yo, these people should say something about it. I mean, if they're not paid for and bought out, these should be saying something. I mean, we're talking about dozens of employees would have seen all this shit. Where are these guys at?
And then it was always...
It's not illegal. It absolutely is illegal. Bro, 10K overseas. Oh, well, then it starts being illegal. Unless you cannot articulate, prove it. It absolutely is illegal.
The MO was always two Somalian men traveling in pairs. Sometimes they both had suitcases. And so the process was, as a TSA agent, we would pull the bag, and then we'd bring them to a private screening room. And we would open the suitcase and make sure that that's all it was stacks of cash. And a Leo would come and maybe question them and for sure take a picture of their identification and I'm assuming their plane ticket. I'm not sure. So there is a trail out there between that. I mean, it has to be documented somewhere, and all the cameras in the airport, I would imagine if they'd like to find all this.
Yeah, I think you've been in this situation, you don't know how this works. You cannot just, I declare it. This is my money, by the way. Whatever. The process is a lot bigger than that. I mean,
cash. They should start at the airport, because in the 5 years I was there, I believe $1 billion went through the airport.
$1 billion. As if this isn't troubling enough, Liz, it's not just money.
Are they not asking superiors, other people? Are they not asking questions?
Yes, that is correct. There was another instance, again, a Somali man that had a carry-on luggage filled with brand new passports.
What?
And he was allowed to get through the checkpoint.
Oh, come on. Okay, just stop it. Either she's lying or everybody is what is she saying? It is what?
So where he went with those passports is anybody's guess.
What's next? You saw a guy come through with 6 M80s strapped to his fucking chest and the guy went wave through? What's next? A guy in a crate full of 60 AKs What's next? Some guy pulled up with a fucking massive box with a fucking nuke in it. What's next? What's next? I don't
This is really
understand what I'm
incredible to
watching.
hear. So it sounds like you're raising alarms with your colleagues, but you have to wonder how many people knew about this. Where were they all back then?
It's fraud, dummy. It's a
That
big
is a
world
good
to
question.
these people with no honor.
Yeah, I mean, it's honorless motherfuckers.
And I don't know how my colleagues felt about it. I've been out of TSA for quite a few years. So since all this fraud came out, the connection's been made. I didn't feel good about it then, and now it certainly all makes sense.
Recently, the City Journal published an article stating that, quote, federal counterterrorism sources confirm that millions of dollars in stolen funds have been sent back to Somalia. And in talking about Al-Shabaab, a terrorist group there, they reported that...
What do you mean is all? I don't know what awful news is, but bro, what you saying? Yeah. And this is what I mean. This is not for Congress. I mean, yeah, that's what happened. I mean, this is fucking outrageous. What the fuck, guys? I mean, this reflects back on everybody. This reflects put on everybody. You don't know what $1 million cash looks like, buddy? You can literally Google, bro. Oh my god. I don't know what $1 million. Brother. Wait. I've had it on the stream. I know what is it? I don't know what it looks like. It looks like this, you fucking moron. Like, you're not gonna get me on this. What is this guy in chat? What is this guy? Like, he's saying some shit that's very untrue.
The confidential source said the largest funder of...
It was 1/3 was 20s and 50s, right? It's why it took so long to fucking count the money, because it raises red flags, which, I mean, it's not drug money. So, I mean, I had to go debunk the flags.
Al-Shabaab is the Minnesota taxpayer. Judging by what you saw...
If you bring $100 bills at a casino, nobody blinks an eye. If you start paying large money with 5s, 10s, 20s, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're going to the back room and you're not getting out of there for hours.
During the time you were a TSA agent, do you think there's any truth to this?
Absolutely. Knowing what I know now, absolutely. There's no question in my mind that money went to Al-Shabaab.
What?
It's in my mind.
What the fuck is an Al-Shabaab?
That money
What the
went
fuck?
to Al-Shabaab.
It sounds like you've had a difficult time kind of living with this over these last...
Yo, guys, I guess I'll wait for the officials to speak or elaborate about this. This seems insane. I mean, that sounds... Why would they even do corruption to the point where they're... That seems outrageous, bruh.
Cops. I swear to God, that's it. It's I don't care. To me, I don't care. My life, I don't give a. Let somebody blast me. I don't give a.
Just because of the burning of the Quran, the attempted burning.
I'll that motherfucker's life up and his family. That's it. It's on camera. I will that motherfucker's life up. Let him come to me face on face, face to face. I'll kill him. On my mother's soul. So that's it.
You're killing.
I'll kill him. Murder.
The guy, one guy even said he'd be down to murder. He would murder another man.
We all got arrest him. Do your job.
Seems like the police have sided with the people, the Muslims here in the town.
Yeah, no they have.
And are you from Dearborn?
Dearborn Heights. We've seen it.
How am I right-wing grifting? Bro, I've been impartial in all these discussions. I'm just watching the video. I didn't even say anything about it. It's just, I'm watching the video.
It's a maximum encroachment every week to week.
You're pulling over. You're hopping out of the car. You're ready to brawl with anybody.
I was gonna blast. I didn't see the cops. I swear to God. That's it. It's I don't care. To me, I don't care. My life, I don't give a. Let somebody blast me. I don't give a.
Just because of the burning of the Quran, the attempted burning.
That motherfucker's life up and his family. That's it. It's on camera. I will that motherfucker.
We just anyway. That was mind altering.